Oh yeah, y'all already know what time it is. You already know what's going on. I'm your host Cam Silver,
I'm your co-host Kyle Silver.
and welcome back to another episode of the Silver Boys Podcast.
Hey,
Oh yes, we
hey.
just got done with week 10, and man, there were some games. I mean,
Yes, there were. Yes, there were.
so yeah, man, let's get into it.
Yeah, talk to me, man. What happened this week? Talk to me.
So Thursday night we had the Broncos defeating the Raiders 10-7, very ugly. Might I say boring?
Explain it how it was. Say what it was, Cam.
Yeah, no, boring, dull. I don't know. Bo Nix and that team, it's funny because the Broncos are 8-2, and they are a threat, most definitely. I would never put that past them. But they're like one of those teams where they're just 8-2. Like it's not an exciting 8-2. It's one of those, okay, that's cool.
They're. I think the Broncos qualify as like a middle of the pack type of team that's moving silently enough and getting wins to stay just under the radar, but
Yeah,
not attract too much attention to themselves.
yeah.
They're very inconsistent, that offense. One game they can put up 33 and a quarter against my Giants, and then the next game, in a full four quarter game, they putting up 10 points. So, they definitely need to find some consistency and some stride with that offense. I don't know whether that comes down to Sean Payton, whether that comes down to Bo Nix or not. Just other guys getting open, getting off to the ball. That's important. But I mean, their defense
Yeah,
be playing,
the defense for the most part this whole year has been doing exactly what they need to do. It's just the offense. The offense just has to come together. And I think once the offense figures out how to gel, then after that, that's when that this team will become a full-on threat. And I think that we'll start talking about them in that next tier of
Yeah.
being, like championship Super Bowl contenders type of tier. You know what I mean?
I think that they're very much a team that's like they play up and down to their competition, kind of almost.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, which
whatever
is
situation they're in, do they need to gain momentum, or can they
yeah.
just keep it chill for a second?
Exactly, which is very dangerous to do, right?
Very, very.
But continuing on, the Colts defeated the Falcons 31-25 in Berlin. Jonathan Taylor had a crazy day. The Bears defeated the Giants 24-10. We'll get into that game obviously later. The Jets defeated the Browns 27-20. Ravens defeated the Vikings 27-19. Dolphins upset the Bills 30-13.
Mm.
Patriots defeated the Buccaneers 28-23. Saints defeated the Panthers 17-7. Texans defeated the Jaguars 36 to 29. The Texans outscored the Jaguars 26 to 0 in the fourth quarter, by the way.
Oh damn.
The Seahawks defeated the Cardinals 44 to 22. Lions defeated the Commanders by the same score, 44 to 22. Rams defeated the Niners 42 to 26. Chargers defeated the Steelers 25 to 10, and the Eagles defeated the Packers 10 to 7. It's so funny to me how one 10 to 7 game was way different than the other one. Like I had more enjoyment watching the Eagles and Packers because it was an actual like defensive battle that we were
Very much
watching. You
so.
know what I mean? It felt like I felt like I was watching a NFC Championship type of game where every play, every snap mattered versus the Broncos and Raiders where they just looked sloppy. Everybody looked all out of sorts and out of place. So I just wanted to point that out. That was just like very funny to me.
Nah, yo, I'll piggyback off of what you're saying. You're completely right. I think that we weren't. I personally wasn't expecting a 10-7 score. I was expecting a little bit more of a shootout when it came to that Green Bay and that Eagles game. But it's also like that was just another part of what I saw come, what we could potentially see coming, what I thought we could see coming as well too. It being such a defensive battle, and the fact that it's 10-7, it's like each team, each snap, like you just said, it means so much more, and it has playoff implications later on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I can't. But let me say this: if the NFC Championship and these two teams do meet and it's 10-7, we're gonna have problems. All right. Let me at least give me 14, okay?
Yeah, oh man, it kind of makes me go back to how we look at Green Bay and how we look at,
Yeah,
like Jordan Love and everything. And I don't want to put everything on Jordan Love. I can't put everything on Jordan Love because Jordan Love was actually hitting most of his guys. They just, for some unknown reason, could not catch the ball, which was bothering me. A lot of
Hmm.
drops, a lot of guys, just not, just felt like they were not focused.
They weren't present in the moment.
No. And then think about it. The week before you have an embarrassing loss to the Panthers, who
Yeah.
then turns and lose to the Saints. So then now it kind of has me looking at Green Bay a little sideways now because it's like what is going on behind the scenes where you guys are not focused, especially against a team, an Eagle team who is kind of flying under the radar with how they're playing, but also at the same time, everyone knows that they are a full-on threat because they are indeed, defending champions. So
No, I completely, it's you can kind of look at Green Bay and Denver almost the same way. Oh,
yeah.
like very, very much so. I think that the only difference realistically is it comes just down to competent quarterback play and competent coaching. But sometimes both of those guys, on both sides, on the coaching and the quarterback side, and as well as just, their dudes not being present in the moment, like I just said earlier, it's a lot of that goes on. Obviously, you're absolutely right. Shouldn't just put so much blame and so much focus on the quarterback. So thank you for pointing that out. But it's very much a team sport. And it takes all 52 dudes essentially to complete a win, get a win every week in, week out. So it's
Hmm.
not always so easy, but we expect so much of these guys, like you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And because they are so great, so then when you lose to the Eagles and you only score 7 points, but we know that you can hit your stride, like, and we know how capable Aaron Rodgers, how capable Jordan Love is of throwing out that football. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, but like I said, it was, the wide receivers, they just couldn't catch the ball. Also losing
Mhm.
Tucker Craft, it does a lot to
That's
your
a
team
big
as
one,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, because he was having a career year,
Hmm.
by all means until he tore his ACL. So yeah, man, they better figure it out fast because we're coming up on Thanksgiving and you know what everybody says, when we get to Thanksgiving week is that's when the season really starts because
Yes.
that's when everyone is really hunkering down and that's when everyone is really trying to solidify their spots to get to the playoffs. So
Hmm.
another game I want to talk about was the Dolphins upsetting the Bills. What in the world is going on in Buffalo, bro?
Yo, Keon Coleman, bruh, I don't know. Sometimes he scares me sometimes, man.
Shoot, he's been scaring me all year because he had what one good game, and I was against the Baltimore Ravens when they were
Mhm.
in the middle of their comeback. But then after that, since then,
Quiet.
virtually nothing.
Quiet, yeah.
He
He,
gets
it,
it.
it doesn't look like he could create separation off the ball, like you know what I mean. And I don't know. Josh is just being Josh at the end of the day too.
Josh is literally, in my opinion, Josh is doing everything he has
Everything.
to. He has to do. But then it's like, where are the rest of these guys?
You shouldn't lose to the Dolphins though. That is a loss if you have to look yourself in the mirror,
Yeah, and then
even divisional opponent or not. You know what I mean?
like switching over from the offense to the defense, like what was going on with the defense? Devon Achane was running up and down that whole defense.
Yeah, they
Every
looked at
single
they got exposed against a relatively mediocre team, a team that we have no expectations coming in anymore. It's not like how it was, a couple years ago when we were like, "Yo, Miami about to be, one of them ones." No, they're not, and they haven't been. So, I mean, I don't know if I should put I put more I don't know if I should put as much blame and as much like on this loss for the Bills because it's like again looking at it from a different position, it's a divisional opponent. Like you know what I'm saying here.
right, yeah.
I don't know. They just look sloppy, nonetheless. To say
Yeah,
defensively,
yeah.
they look sloppy. They can't stop a rock from hitting the ocean.
Yeah, they can't stop anything right now. Shout outs to Jonathan Taylor, bro. He I hope he wins MVP. Yeah, against the Falcons, he had 32 carries, 244 yards, and three touchdowns.
You think if Saquon didn't get it last year, you think Jonathan Taylor could get it this year?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying I hope so. Like I was hoping Saquon got it last year too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because of him breaking records and everything. I hope Jonathan Taylor gets it this year. Not because of the breaking records, but I just hope that they get it because you see the importance of a good running back.
A running back travels, man. A good running back squad travels. A good running back himself travels, whatever weather, whatever condition. You know,
Exactly.
yeah, Colts definitely they up there right now. We know that we're probably like arguably top two right now. Honestly,
I think they are indeed top two, at least in the AFC,
yeah,
and maybe even the whole league itself. I know the Patriots definitely have been solidifying themselves as, one of
Patriots,
those top
man.
two. Drake May, that whole squad, man, they're
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
They are
yeah.
good, and they're exciting to watch too.
Mm,
They are exciting to watch too. Got a chance to actually watch them when they faced the Jets Thursday night, and I
mm,
was, I liked what I seen.
got
Mike
you.
Mike Vrabel is one of the best coaches in the league, hands down. Not even a question. You could take Ryan Tannehill to an AFC championship. I can only imagine
Facts.
what you could do with a Drake May who was built literally just like a Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see what more the Patriots could do with the squad that they have and the building that they're going to keep doing as well.
Exactly. Like, it definitely much it makes me question just organizationally what are we doing Giants wise because it's just organizationally that just from the top down, man. Just
Well,
the
well,
Patriots have been great for however long. Took a little bump, took a little hiccup, and then now look at them again with Drake May,
yeah,
a young quarterback.
yeah,
And look at the team though. The team, you know what I mean? From the top down. It's a completely different vibe over there. And where they play at Gillette still? Is it Gillette?
hmm
Yeah,
hmm
it's a completely different vibe over at Gillette Stadium right now.
yeah, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love it for them. But speaking of your Giants, yes, last week they lost to the Bears, 24-20. The
Should have been
Giants
another
are
game we won.
The Giants are 0-4 this season, leading by 10 points or more on the road this season. Dart had to leave the game with a concussion. This was one thing that I did say that Dart has to get on the ground. He has to stop trying to play hero ball. This is not college. This is the NFL. Because I don't. This is my theory. There's so many rules to how you hit a quarterback in the pocket that now when a quarterback becomes a runner, that's when the defensive players really get up for that because now they're able to get their licks on you.
Very much so, and we know that from off the jump. Like some of these, if you can obviously tell when a quarterback isn't going down, and when the defensive player starts licking their chops, and they're like, "I'm about to take his head off," essentially.
Exactly, exactly. And I think that's what Dart has to understand. And I hope this concussion right here will be, that rude awakening to, all right, maybe I should start sliding a little more. I don't have a problem with him getting the extra yards, but you know what I mean? It ain't no wrong thing in sliding. But the Giants, after this egregious loss, decided to fire their head coach Brian Daboll. In 4 seasons, he went 24, 41, and 1. It's the third straight year of going 2-8. The crazy thing is that general manager Joe Shane will be staying. This is the Giants' sixth head coach since 2016. Yeah, in Jackson Dart's rookie year, he's been evaluated for 4 concussions.
Oh my god!
He's taken 75 plus hits, leads all QBs and design runs, despite only starting at week 4, and also has battled hamstring and ankle injuries.
So, a couple things there. Number one, in terms of the QB design runs, that tells me two things. Number one, they don't trust his arm. Or
I
number
don't,
two,
I don't even know if it's his arm because he showed that he has a good arm. I think
yeah,
it's more so
nah.
that they don't trust it. What? You
I
don't
mean,
think
no,
he
I'm
has a good
saying
arm?
nah because
I
I'm like
think, I think, in my opinion, I think it's more so the offensive line and the fact that they don't have a number one receiver anymore.
that part. That part.
You know what
Yes,
I mean?
yes,
Because his
yes,
arm is alive. His arm is alive as
yes.
well.
I agree. I was getting there. I promise I was getting there, guys. I promise. I promise. Cam just got excited and couldn't let me wait. He couldn't
No,
wait.
because I've been watching this guy in college for the last couple of years at Ole Miss, and I'm like, Lane Kiffin was letting that thing fly for him.
mm,
Joe Gruden, there's a reason why Joe Gruden keeps tweeting about him.
I don't understand. I mean, in terms of regardless, it should be a three-step drop back at any time, every time, and it should be a quick get the ball out of his hands. And there was none of that for him with Brian Daboll. Too many QB design runs. I don't give a damn about at this point. I really don't care about the offensive line anymore. I really don't because it's been the offensive line for as long as I've been alive, and I've been alive 23 years. It's always the offensive line. It's always been the offensive line. At a certain point, I'm just gonna stop bringing up the offensive line
until they get good somehow, somewhere, or at least
because
decent to say the least.
honestly, because now I'm just gonna start looking at you from a coaching and quarterback perspective. You know your O line is trash. So what are the things that we're going to do in order to make up for it? But a QB design run on first down, on second down, on third down doesn't help, and putting Jackson Dart in those positions doesn't help either. To get hurt, have four concussions, you're leading all QBs in design runs when you didn't even start the first two games,
Three.
3 games. That tells me that you just how apparently I don't know. Did you work with Josh Allen or not? Like honestly, Brian, because I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, no, I didn't understand it. I'll tell you one thing. What game was that? Against the Eagles when Jackson Dart had went into the blue tent and Dable had went had tried to go into the blue tent as well to see when he was going to be able to come out. And then after that, as soon as he gets out of the blue tent and he goes back on the field, what happens? Another quarterback design run. That's
Like
when I knew one, Brian Daboll was going to get fired sooner rather than later, and that it felt like he was on a mission to try to get this boy killed.
no, it really did feel like he was on a mission in order to get this, like in order to put him in the worst positions possible to get hurt, and it's just it doesn't make no sense, man. It really doesn't. I had a lot of faith in Brian Daboll in the beginning, but after four years now, 24-41 is atrocious, dude.
And remember, it's the third straight year of going 2-8.
It means you did nothing to change. That's all I'm. You didn't get no worse, nor you
No,
didn't
did you
get no
get
better.
better? Yeah.
Yeah, how'd you stay in the exact same place?
I don't understand it. I really don't. I really do not understand it because it's like,
How does the defense play? The defense coordinator got to go as well. He had to go.
yeah, the defense is too talented for it to be looking the way that it looks, for them to be giving up the leads that they're giving up. 0 and
In the
4
fourth
when you're
quarter.
exactly 0 and 4 up 10 on a road. Like
And a lot of it be the penalties that kills them,
yes.
defensively. So that's telling me they're not disciplined. You know what I mean? There's
It's
nothing there.
it's as if once the fourth quarter hits, they're like, "Oh man, we're up. That's game."
No, and then three possessions in a row, 9 times, let's say, the QB design runs. Yeah, first possession, the first three and out, three QB design runs, three and out again, all QB design runs. Don't
It's
throw the
either
ball.
it's either QB design runs or it's like poorly routed. The receivers are not backing up their
The
guys.
screens are
The screens
terrible,
are horrible because no one's getting out to block for the
and
for
then
the
nobody's
screen.
running, so then they could just stack the middle though too, right? And then
Exactly.
what? You can't even throw a slant nowhere.
And then and then it sucks because when he drops back, you've done the quarterback design run so many times. So when Dart drops back and he wants to run, there's a QB spy already waiting for him.
You set them up for failure. You set them up for failure.
It's a
It's
shame.
that whole team, man. That team gotta go, Cam. That team gotta go.
It's a shame, but they're also young. That's the problem. So they can't go. They can't really go. You know what I mean? Because you
I
already did
feel
that
you.
before with Xavier McKinney. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You already did that with like so many of your young guys.
Hmm,
Where
hmm, hmm.
you're just gonna push yourself back even further. So instead of 2-8, you're just gonna be 0-10. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you
So
know.
so I would say no, the team doesn't have to go. I would say you just have to get the right coach that can actually understand how to build a team like a Mike
Hmm,
Vrabel. You know what I
hmm,
mean? That's what
hmm.
you need. You need someone that's strong, that's mentally strong, so that
But
the
you,
guys can take on that leadership as being mentally strong as well. So then you don't give up these leads in the fourth quarter. So then you're actually able to execute games at the end of the games. You know what I mean? That's what
Mhm.
you need. You need a strong leader.
And you know what? There hasn't been one that's come through in the last couple of years. It
Yeah,
feels
no,
like.
most of these coaching hires have been so poor. Like, think about
And
it.
so now, who do I got to put the blame on? John Mara. Of course,
Yeah.
I got to put the blame on the millionaire, right? He ain't gonna fix nothing.
My God, my goodness, I'll never forget when you guys had Joe Judge. I was like, who in the world is this? A special
Oh
teams
God!
coordinator?
Please don't even. I'm so mad you just brought that up. Oh my God! Not Joe Judge, man.
A special teams coordinator, y'all. Remember that. That's how bad they were.
They make rooting for this team embarrassing, like genuinely.
Man. Mm-mm-mm. All I can say is at least you guys have a little more hope than than the Jets, I guess. But even then, but even then.
Man, oh Lord, way to represent New York, guys. Great job.
All right, well, that's it for the NFL. We'll get back to them next week. But in the NBA has some crazy news as well. Mavericks owner Patrick Dumont fired general manager Nico Harrison, who has been crazy with a lot of the trades as of the last couple of years, and even before the Luka trade, there's been other trades where you kind of like when I look back at them, I'm like, wow, really? That was a trade that you made? Really? Like we signed off on this? But the Luka one, you could already tell it broke the camel's back for that franchise as a whole, the team, you know what I mean? The fan base was not bought in at all
Hmm.
anymore. You started off 3-8. Anthony Davis is hurt. I heard a report from the Athletics saying that Nico Harrison was trying to pressure Anthony Davis to get back out on the floor. Meanwhile, Anthony Davis is nursing a calf strain, which the doctors told him, no, do not go out there and play because that calf strain will turn into a Achilles tear, as we all know, because we've all seen this
Yeah, they
plenty of
so
times.
oh
Yeah, exactly. So Nico
oh
Harrison trying to save his job when in reality he basically killed it with the Luka trade.
killed it with the Luka trade, and then it just doesn't help at the fact that they started off to such a poor start with the number one pick. You know what I mean? You know, the fan base I think is bought into Cooper. I think,
Yeah.
but it's just gonna take him a little bit of time. The kid is 18 years old. Like he is fresh, pretty much fresh out of high school. Like honestly,
Yeah,
like
like
that 1 year in college, it don't even count, bro.
he legit just turned 18 not too long ago too. That's
Exactly,
what I think people don't
exactly.
understand.
So he has a lot of just mental maturity to do on the court, things that he will see that he just hasn't seen before, and that just comes with time. It's an 82 game season, plus all of these Commissioner Cup, whatever things, the NBA tournament and whatnot, the NBA
Hmm.
Cup. Um, quick sidebar. There was a very funny remark I would like to say. Um, there was an Instagram meme, Cameron, of how they said Nico Harrison traded Cooper Flag before he got fired.
Oh,
Yo, and they were like completely upending Dallas. I just thought that that was really funny, guys. Because that's what it seems like Nico is going to be known for now, the disaster of Dallas. Hey,
yeah.
you feel me?
Yeah, he killed Dallas. He killed the Dallas Mavericks. And he had and there was like really no reason to. Like, yes, I understand Luca's health or, his conditioning was a concern. Okay, that's fine. You can literally get out of that though. You can literally get out of that without trading him. So this is the funniest thing to me though. Like now that I'm actually like looking back and sitting here and thinking about this, you traded a guy that is literally just reaching into his prime for a guy that is literally known to be injury prone. Think about that.
Literally known to be injury prone. You
Think,
took the injury prone dude over the weight management kid.
yeah, over the kid that where it's like, bro, like all I need you to do is just come back in shape. That's all I need you to do for like that's all you had to do with Luca was just sit down. Hey, if we really gonna win a championship here, this is what we got to do. Because I'm positive that's exactly what JJ Redick had did with Luca.
That's all he did. Come on now.
Like
So I don't get. It really. I don't get it. I don't get it, Cam. I don't understand why Nico Harrison did what he did, and then with Kyrie being out, with AD being out, that team isn't what I thought that they were going to be in the beginning of the season. I thought that they'd be a lot better shooting wise. I thought that they'd be a lot better communication, just like free flowing on the court. I thought PJ Washington would have a lot more of an impact player role,
right.
but I can't even say that right now. You want to know why? Because I expected PJ Washington to look how Aaron Gordon looking right now.
Yeah, yeah. I can
Aaron
see.
Gordon cannot miss from three right now.
Yeah, because he been working on that 3-point shot all off season. You could
But
tell.
what you see that, but you can very clearly see somebody taking the next step up. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And
yeah.
I don't see that from like the PJs
From
and
PJ.
just from that team in general. But I got to give them time. I'm gonna give them time still. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know when, whenever AD is gonna come back. We don't know whenever, Kyrie is gonna come back. I will say the bright spot is the fact that Cooper Flag, every single game he has looked better and better, and
better.
he's looking more and more comfortable. He looked really good against the Bucks the other night, getting that clutch layup over Giannis. Like when I seen
Hmm.
that, I was like, he's gonna be a-okay. You know what I mean? He just had that mishap where he slipped coming off the screen on the inbounds, trying to go for the game winner. But
Hmm.
other than that, I would say the only thing Dallas right now has to hang their hat on is the fact that yes, they've successfully fired Nico, so I feel like the fan base is going to come back. But I think also they understand that they have a young kid that they could all rally around and that they could officially build around because at this point, if the season keeps going the way that it's going, I fully expect for them to try to trade Anthony Davis and or Kyrie.
I'm glad you just said that because I was thinking the exact same thing. The only way out of this is to try and trade Anthony Davis for for some assets, I should say.
Yeah,
Some championship winning assets.
yeah, but
But who's gonna even 180 now? I don't get it.
I don't either. I do not either. Another thing before we get up out of here is Bradley Beal is out for the season as he will undergo surgery for a fractured hip, if anybody cares.
I I'm not even gonna say nothing. He not even worth my breath. I thought he was on the bench, not even playing. So how you fracture your hip, dog?
He was playing.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I ain't seen him. I ain't seen him.
He didn't do anything for you to see him, so
Exactly, exactly my point. I ain't seen him. That boy been a
um
go. They've been playing with four players. The Clippers, for all I know.
yeah, and Chris Paul hasn't really done much either, so
No, make it
um
three.
um let's see, going on to college football. We got our the next rankings that had came
Hmm.
out. So the top five did not change after Indiana just skated by Penn State. Ooh, that was such a good game. Great job by Mendoza getting the ball to his guys. They marched down the field. Literally last second touchdown to win that
Yeah.
game.
Oh,
Probably
tap of a touchdown too.
Oh my goodness. I literally went crazy when I seen that. Like I was
Yeah.
like, bro, there's no way in the world that he caught that. But wow. Bama gets out of one. I knew that they were gonna end up struggling against LSU, especially after they just fired their head coach. So you're coming in literally
Hot.
with the you have no idea what in the world you're gonna prepare for. So you just gotta,
Mhm.
do something.
You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, yeah, for LSU at least.
Yes,
But
exactly.
Bama, they stuck it out. This is another week where I say, hey, they're tough. This is a mentally tough team, and I like it. Um,
I'd like to just apologize for all the Bama slander I said earlier on in the season. Roll Tide always, guys. Roll Tide.
um, Texas Tech took care of BYU 29 to
Took
7.
care.
Took care of BYU 29 to 7. Yeah, man, this is this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be
The
fun
fact
coming
that the
down the
top
road.
five didn't change just showed me that they all solidified their spots essentially to be like, all right, they deserve to be where they're at right now for
At
this
least,
week.
yeah, I would
For
say
this week.
for this week right now because we got some games coming up. I'm gonna get into that. So we have number 9 Notre Dame going into number 22 Pittsburgh.
Okay.
We have number 11 Oklahoma going into number 4 Alabama.
Damn.
hmm
Oh, damn.
We have this is gonna be a sleeper in my opinion. North Carolina State going into number 15 Miami. North Carolina State just beat Georgia Tech the other day, so. That's
Ooh.
gonna be yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Number 21 Iowa versus number 17 USC. USC
Okay.
can control their destiny. If they're able to win out, they might be able to sneak their way into the playoffs.
Mm.
We have oh, this is gonna be a good one. Number 10 Texas versus number 5 Georgia.
Now that's that right there. Now that's the game of the week. You
hmm
feel me? Because
hmm
oh boy. There's a lot of implications in that one, whether or not how Texas comes out and plays, how
Yes.
Georgia comes out and plays. Do they stay where they're at in the college ranking? Does this force them up? If they get a good old fashioned butt whooping or not? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I mean, what if Texas comes in and just ramrods Georgia? What are we going to talk
Now what
about
are we gonna
then?
do? Now what are we gonna do?
Arch Manning is going to throw for 400 yards and 6 touchdowns. Like I'm telling you.
Yeah, man, this stuff is man, this stuff is crazy, bro. Because these teams, man, everyone knows that there's a bigger sense of urgency here. Like,
Because
for
Texas is still on the outside looking in, essentially, right?
no,
Ish.
as of
Nah,
right
they're
now, now that they're the number 10
the
seed,
10, 10, 10.
as of right now, they are in.
Okay.
As of right now. So yeah, like I said, against Georgia, who knows? We're gonna have to wait and see. Oregon had a good close one against Iowa, where
Mm,
they literally just pulled it out by the skin of their teeth. They literally just won 18 to 16.
okay.
You know what I mean? So it's games like this where, you're literally on the edge of your seat because every single snap matters now.
Hey
And not
man, we
only,
got we got about a month or two left. You know what I'm saying of college football.
yeah, man, after this week, we only have 2 more weeks
Exactly.
until we get to the conference championship. So
Mm,
yeah, yeah, it's all coming down to it.
yeah, yeah. Collision courses are about to happen, folks.
Yep. And I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I love seeing Texas, Georgia. You got me excited already.
No,
So
yeah, yeah, that's the 7:30 game right there. And
yeah.
Oklahoma, Alabama comes on right before that at 3:30.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's
So
even
yes.
better to know.
And then the game before that, all of this is on ABC. So the game before that is Notre Dame and Pitt.
Oh damn. Okay, so ABC taking over that
ABC taking
Saturday.
over Saturday.
Okay, okay. Shout out ABC.
Shout out to college basketball as well. Just watched the Purdue Alabama game. That was a good one. Purdue goes into Alabama, beats them 87 to 80. But the
Wow.
game that I want everybody to try to look out for while you guys are watching college football is number 3 UConn, and number 7 BYU going at it in Boston. So
Okay.
I would say look at that one. That could be an early season, never know, Sweet 16, Elite Eight type of game right there. So
Okay.
yeah. But
Okay. I'm interested to see what UConn gonna do this year.
yeah, yeah. I'm interested to see BYU with them having the number one player in AJ Diabate.
Hmm.
So he's been playing pretty well so far this year. Gonzaga's another team that has been playing pretty well this year too. They just smacked around Creighton, like
Oh.
literally just smacked them around by like 30.
Oh
So
damn.
so yeah, I would say look out for them too. Graham Ike is playing very well, reminding me of Jalen Durham right now. So.
Okay.
Yep, yep, dominating. But yeah, that's our episode for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed just as much as we did, and tune in next week for more.
You already know. You
Yeah,
already
man.
know.
Yeah, man. Till then, I'm your host, Ken Silver,
I'm your co-host Kyle Silver.
and this is the Silver Boys.
Thank you. Thank you.